And I know you kind of answered this somewhat, but when the trash talk between Sean and Dreykus got a little dark there with the child abuse and then the brawl at 296, did you ever consider going to those guys and saying, hey, this might be the one time you need to tone it down?
This might be the one time you need to what?
Tone it down, the trash talk?
I don't tell anybody to do anything. I don't try to control any other human beings in any way, shape, or form. They do it this. I say it all the time. We're in the fight business, and you know, if you get your feelings hurt that bad, you probably shouldn't ask the type of questions when you know the answer you're going to get from Strickland. Let's start there. You know what I mean? If you ask him, you know who he is, and if you ask him a certain question, he was baited in that question.
Well, I'm not. Sorry, my mistake. Not referring to that question. Just, you know, Strickland got a little.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
I know what you asked me. It is what it is. It's the fight business, man.
Last one for me. You talked about maybe coming back to Canada. We're seeing the Saudi Arabia show this year. Are there any other destinations maybe that you haven't been to before that you'll be going back to this year that you can let us know about?
Now, right now, Saudi Arabia is going to be the first place, you know, that we've never been. And who knows, you know, I've been saying this all week. We had this card here. We got Anaheim. We got Miami. We got 300. We got Mexico City. And we have the Sphere. You know, we have a ton of and that doesn't include International Fight Week. We got a ton of badass fights lined up this year. And as those play out, they will determine where we go in October, November, and December. So who knows where we could end up by the end of this year.
Thanks, Dana.
Yep.
Dana over here.
Yep.
Raquel Pennington was saying kind of all week that this fight was originally supposed to be her and Juliana Pena, and we know Juliana was injured. She called her out in the cage saying this is the fight she's wanted since the Ultimate Fighter 10 years ago. Is it a pretty safe bet if Juliana gets healthy, that's the direction to go for her first title defense?
Yeah, could happen, yeah. I mean, I sitting right here now, I don't know what Juliana's situation is, but yeah, I mean, they're eventually going to fight.
And as far as the middleweight title, you have Hamzat Chimaev out there tweeting to Drickus right now saying, see you at UFC 300. We know Drickus versus Adesanya is a huge fight too. What is going to be the process you guys take in figuring out what Drickis's next title defense will be? Because those are obviously both huge fights.
We'll figure this out Tuesday. We'll probably announce it next week.
Do you know what Izzy's availability is? Is he trying to fight again this year?
Do I know?
Israel Adesanya, like, is he looking to come back sooner than later? Do you know?
We'll find out next week.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, you know, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Like...
Free speech. Control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people. I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want, and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any... We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks or what he says or what his beliefs are or what his opinions are. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What do you got?